Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Our next guests, Kenny Campbell and Scott Parsick, owners of Shoreline Medical Transport, a family-owned and operated ambulance company serving the low country of South Carolina, here to tell us how they can assist in all your medical transport needs as well as first aid at special events. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit about the reason for the idea that allowed you to open.
Scott and I are both registered nurses, have been in the industry for about 16 years, working at all the local hospitals and working in the emergency room, ICU, and we saw a service of the ambulance service that was, Hilton Head really wasn't being served very well in the customer service. Scott and I looked at it, studied it for about a year and thought, you know what, we can do this better. In that process of the year preparing to do this, to make sure that we could do it better, and certainly the more we investigated and thought that this need was on Hilton Head Island, we looked at it and then went after the market and opened January 2nd of last year, 2012.
And so what is your, who is your primary customer?
So our primary customers, we do a lot of end-stage renal disease patients that have to go to dialysis 3 days a week.
Okay.
They don't have a way to get there. They can't get into a car because of certain medical histories. Right. We have people that once they become bedbound, they're more likely to get sores on their body and breakdown. They then have to go to wound care. There's great programs in the area, both Bluffton and Moss Creek and Coastal Carolina with hyperbaric wound care treatments. We take people there. And then both hospitals, we do transfers out of the hospitals to higher level of care. We do transfers from the hospital to the skilled nursing facilities. And then we also take patients from skilled nursing facilities or home into the emergency room.
And so basically you're a private ambulance service versus being 911.
Correct.
So what separates you from basically the competition in the area then?
The competition in the area, again, when Scott and I opened the company a year and a half ago, we noticed that the company that was the primary company here in the local area was being serviced out of Charleston. That was their home base. That's where the ownership, that's where the management was. So if there was ever any problem or trying to get a hold of somebody with the company, you were dealing with somebody in Charleston. With Scott and I both being registered nurses, paramedics, and being a local company, if there's ever a problem or a need, Scott and I can respond immediately. We know the customers, we know Hilton Head Hospital, the staff very well there, Coastal Carolina, and certainly all the nursing homes. They know us personally, they know us, our reputation as nurses. I think that just initially got us in the door because they knew Scott and I's reputation prior to opening the company, and it was just a huge success in the sense of them knowing who we were.
Right.
And then from there, since then, we are still locally owned and operated, and if anybody calls us, we're there. So.
And growth over the last, say, year or so has been, it sounds like tremendous.
Yeah, so we started with 3 ambulances. We're at 11 now.
Wow,
yeah,
that's fabulous.
Yes, three of the ambulances are in Hampton area, and we our ambulances here. We have 8 that do local between Jasper County, Hilton Head, and Beaufort. So
Started with 5 employees, and we're now at 58.
Wow! Congratulations, guys. That's really fabulous. I mean, that's amazing growth. That's just terrific. That's amazing.
It's
growth.
exciting.
So, does Shoreline accept all the insurances, such as Medicare and Medicaid?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
We're a Medicare Part B provider.
Okay.
So we take Medicare.
So
whether
insurance isn't an issue for your
never
for
an
any of your
issue.
clients.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Now there's always an issue of certain insurances pay for certain things. They
Sure.
can always call us.
And
to
that
have any
doesn't matter
questions. Right.
what your service is.
Exactly. Yeah, but every insurance we take. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Absolutely.
And so where do you see the future growth in the company coming from?
certainly there's still room for growth in this area. Hilton Head Island, certainly in the south end, and Beaufort being a market that we really haven't tapped, the Beaufort city market. We plan to do some more marketing there. But one of the big pushes that we do now and in the future will be long distance transport. We transport patients long distance. We've been to Canada, Nova Scotia, we've been to New York, we've been to every state basically on the East Coast and a little bit towards the west. We bring patients here. Say you're retired and you're here and your parents live somewhere at a nursing home and you want them closer. We've moved patients from Kentucky here to a nursing home, and then we've done the reversal. Patients that have lived here that want to go somewhere else and they're moving and they need to move their parent, we then transport them, and we can do that. We can do air escorts, we can do it on an ambulance or a van, so we have different ways to transport them. And
so if people are interested in what your services are, want to know more about you, so how do they get a hold of Shoreline Medical Transport?
The best way is to call us, 843-645-9191. ask for Scott or Kenny, or Dwayne is our office manager. We do have a website. It's shorelinemedicaltransport.com. It's very user-friendly, and there's ways to contact us through there. And that's usually the best way. Or they can just ask anyone else in the nursing homes or the hospitals about us.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows, and we'd love that they find out from someone else.
That's wonderful. Scott, Kenny, thank you so much for being here, and congratulations
Thank you so much
for
on
having
the
us.
wonderful growth of your business.
Right. Thank
And
you.
we will be right back with Talk of the Town.